Hola, estudiantes! This video is to show you how to set up your portfolio for Spanish class this year. So to start off, you're going to need your binder that you will use for your Spanish portfolio. You will need 10 of these page protectors, 10 of them. And then you will need the papers that you got in Spanish class from your teacher. You can also find these on your Schoology page, but they're in color, so it's great to get them from your teacher and have them all in this order. So to first start off, we're going to look for this page. It's called Guide for a Successful Spanish Portfolio. For this page, it tells you what a portfolio is all about for Spanish class. So for example, what is a portfolio? Who uses them? Why? How could we use one in Spanish classes, and why should we use them? So think about those questions. And then it also tells you why we use them in Spanish 1 at Hastings High School. So specifically, we use portfolios to engage students in assessing their progress, effort, your skill level, and quality of your work, to establish and review ongoing learning goals, to demonstrate your range of reading, writing, speaking, and listening and cultural awareness, and to monitor and adapt our cultural goals. So, to put together your portfolio for those purposes, today you're going to be starting with these divider sections, which are all colorful and need to go in a certain order. So you're going to follow the order on this sheet, and we're going to put them together in the page protectors. The first one you'll see is called Programas del Curso, and it's yellow, so you could write yellow next to color. That you're going to put in a page protector, and then that's going to be the first thing you put in your actual binder, so you can go ahead and do that. Next, you're going to do the same thing with the green section, Trabajos Actuales. Put it in your page protector. And there you go. And so you can see I'm putting them in the binder in order. So yellow and then green now. And next it says Canciones, which is your blue section. There's 2 blue ones. So be careful that you use the one that has music on it. Canciones means songs. It says this is where you're going to be storing your songs throughout the year. So far you'll put colores in this section. Next it says Apuntes de Gramática, which is this purple or brownish beige section. And this section you'll use for your focused grammar notes. So you're going to go ahead and put that in your binders. So just to double check so far, if I close it up for a minute, I have yellow, green, blue, and brown in that order. And then I'm going to keep going with the next section, which is gold, and it's called Escaleras. Escaleras are language ladders. So they're lists of words that are going to be helpful for you in Spanish class. After escaleras, we have Conocimiento Cultural, the other blue section. It says that in this section, you're going to be putting your celebration packets and maybe some culture notes eventually. After Conocimiento Cultural, next you're going to put in Recursos. Recursos is a white section, and it means resources. So you're going to use this to store any of your vocabulary lists and like numbers resources, anything that's going to be a resource to you and maybe in future years as well. Next, we have a purple section called Metas y Reflexiones. And that is going to go next. That is for your goals and reflections throughout your years of Spanish class. Then we have guías, or this means guides. So for example, if you were to have printed off that really long document from your Spanish teacher about the course overview or the syllabus, it will go in there, or eventually you'll have things like how to do a cultural experience. And today you're going to actually put this guide for a successful portfolio in your guías section. Last, we have museo. Museo means museum. And so you're going to put completed work that you can use to show your progress. So if you close up your binder, you're going to work backwards and make sure you've got them all in the right order. So I have museo, then before that guías, then metas y reflexiones. See this better. Then we have recursos, conocimiento cultural, escaleras, apuntes de gramática, canciones, trabajos actuales, and the very front one is programas del curso. So that is this step of the guide to a successful portfolio. You put together all of these things. Now you can start to organize your portfolio by putting the packets that you've gotten so far in those sections. So first, I want to talk about this sheet. This is a portfolio cover that you get each year for your portfolio, and it's got some nice work by Frida Kahlo on the front. This is actually going to either go in the very front of your portfolio, like you have a little plastic cover to put it in. If you have a binder that doesn't have that, like this one, you can just put it, you can 3-hole punch it and put it in the front. That way it's the first thing you see when you open your portfolio. You also might want to write your name on here so that way you know it's your portfolio. So once you got that in, you're going to be going through the papers you've gotten for Spanish class and figuring out where they should go in your portfolio. So a lot of the things we've gotten so far, like these 2 packets, notice that this one's for chapter 1A, it says at the bottom, and this one is for our introduction chapter, para empezar. These 2 packets will both go in recursos. So you can go ahead and find recursos, which is a white section if you look at your guide, and see how this is my recurso section? So to put it in this section, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to open it up. And then because they're 3-hole punch, I'm actually going to throw it right in there in recursos. Oops, get all the pages in. And so that way, when I see this is my recursos section, I see that there's a packet for para empezar, and I see that there's a packet for 1A. So that is your recursos section. The other things you've gotten so far include your Hispanic Heritage Month packet. Where do you think this should go? If you're thinking about the different subjects and different parts of your portfolio, this is going to go in the Conocimiento Cultural section, cultural. And so you're going to go ahead and, again, flip that section over and plop in that as something so that now if you're looking for that packet, you know to go to your culture section, Conocimiento Cultural, and then you see it right there. The only other thing that right now you'll need to organize is this guide. If you remember from this video, it goes in guías. So you're going to go way to the back. Guías is another white section, and you're going to throw it in there. Once you've got that in your guías, I would highly recommend you kind of look back at this throughout the year to see what you need to do in terms of organization. And then also, this is something you've gotten in class, which is your whiteboard. Remember, it's just a piece of paper in a plastic page protector with a marker you got from class. You're going to want to keep this in your binder so that way if your Spanish teacher asks you to use it, it's handy. So you might want to just throw it either in the very front where you've got some space for this marker to sit, or in the very back of your binder. And then you don't have to think about where do I put it and where do I keep it. So it's just part of your binder. So that is how to organize your binder for Spanish class. Let your teacher know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.